Chris, I'll start with you. How many points is it going to take to win the league?
I really don't know. I think it's, we obviously touched on it a little bit before. I think it's a really tricky question because I'm a bit of a fantasist of like clubs have a thing and they tend to fall back into that thing. And I was saying before, I think Maresca's broken this mould at our end of he will outlast opinion of him, and he's gone through that a little bit now. I think, in that they're still pining for Tuchel and even Conte in certain ways in the ground and stuff, but they very much said he's ours. And I think at your end, I can't remember a summer like this from the Reds. But then, so what happens with it? Like I can't remember there being more than a signing that you're thinking, I can't wait. Torres sticks out, but then again, that was foreshadowed for quite a while, wasn't it? In various armbands and certain other things. And I think you look at the players you brought in and where they've come from and the quality and what they're expecting, and the fact that a big player left this summer to a big, they're all new. They all feel quite new to me. So Arsenal seem to have gone and got their square pegs for some square holes. There's a few barn fires kicking about in Manchester, and so I think it's not going to be a dominant season. I don't see where the dominance comes from unless the mould gets broken at Anfield and these players just turn up and have another trajectory of looking for that 100 points and looking for that, like, no one on paper, no one touches you today. Let's put it like, you forget how dominant you were last year. You can then go, well, they've gone and signed one of the best players in the world. They've gone and signed a lad from Frankfurt who seems to just churn out quality players. No one's got worse. No one's demonstrably like older on the pictures on the passport and stuff. So you're sort of going, what can go wrong?
Well, the funny thing I think for us, John,
didn't come up with a number, did he?
Didn't come up with a number. We'll come back around. I'm going to insist on that at the end. The funny thing for us was when we win it last year, it's played 34, 82 points on the board. So theoretically, the Reds could have gone on and got 94, but it's worth saying the remaining games were away at Brighton and Chelsea at that point, and they were at home against Arsenal and Crystal Palace. So that doesn't feel like 12 points off the back of last season. But all the way through the season, I was watching the Reds thinking, but they look like 90 points. They look like 90 points, and you sort of lost what that felt like, if you see what I mean, because of the previous seasons, because of we've seen teams that look like 100 points in Liverpool and City, but they just look like 90 points, Liverpool, and no one else did. And I think being able to perpetuate that energy, I think for Liverpool early in the season all the way through is going to be important, because you want to say to everyone, right, this is where the watermark is.
Yeah, I think when you look at the very, very high watermark seasons were when Man City was setting a pace that only Liverpool could live with. And you ask them, would they have got the 98, 99, I can't remember what the numbers were, point seasons if Liverpool went at 97,
Yeah.
Don't know numbers now so much, do you, John?
and so that's an interesting point. I think when you look at last season was an unusual season, but you don't know what this season's going to bring. I don't know what, for example, Man City have done that corrects a lot of the problems that they had last season. Everybody is saying they will just bounce back because they're Man City, because, and they may well do. We could all be sat here and they're unbeaten at Christmas.
Yeah.
That is perfectly plausible. Them also starting next season the way they started last season is equally plausible for everybody. So there's so many unknown factors. United and Tottenham, 16th, 17th place teams in our league. The established order of what you can expect is unclear, and I like that Chris sounds a little bit psyched out by what Liverpool have done. I'm optimistic about everything that we've done. Equally, you could see a universe where it takes a little bit longer to gel than you'd like. We're making, as excited as I am about we're shopping in that kind of top tier, and to your point, something Liverpool don't typically do. It also means it's a slight change of strategy, and it also means that they've got to work. Really, they've got to work, and it's not inconceivable that it works, but it doesn't work straight away. And so there's so many unknowns. Have Liverpool got demonstrably weaker in any area of the pitch than this time last season? I don't think so. And if we add an Isak in there, I think it cures a lot of potential risks around AFCON and all the other things that we've got to we've got to navigate. I'd like a centre half in before the start of the season.
No
Neil.
shadow of a doubt. The manager.
Because that feels like a risk that we've given ourselves to deal with. But I think to the original premise of the question, if we are serious about retaining this title, we've got to probably look like we can get 90 plus. Whether or not we need to score 90 plus is up for grabs.
I hope you're enjoying this free show at the moment. Loads of excellent, exciting stuff on the Anfield app. If you want to be part of the whole thing, you can download the Anfield app and go from there. Or you can subscribe via the YouTube membership as well for video-only content and other bits and pieces. We love doing these shows. We love that you watch them. So come, be part of the journey with us.